most affirmative when you're defining. It is important to define keywords.
This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Protocol observed. My name is Nacha. I'm there from Kennedy Secondary School. As a resolution goes, this house should regulate the music industry. And then going back to the negators, you're talking of Uganda and Nigeria, whose music industry is already regulated. Dear friends, we are regulating but not looking at countries that have already regulations on the music industry. Uganda's music is already regulated, and then Nigeria's music is already regulated. Then why are we coming to Uganda, whose music is already regulated? Let's go to Jamaica, whose music industry is not regulated, and that's why we are basing our parameters in Jamaica, whose music is not regulated, then coming to Uganda and Nigeria, whose music is regulated. We are not considering double regulation, but we are regulating something that is not of, that has no regulation. My dear friend, we are the International Organization for Standardization, and we're coming up with rules like artists' performing time should not be less than 16 minutes on and more than 20 minutes. And now the reason as why we're doing this is protecting the lives of the musicians. I want to bring you back according to the Jamaican Observer. That's the news. That's a newspaper in Jamaica, by the way. With the Jamaicans have the Jamaican Observer on 22nd July 2016. It says that the music dancehall is the main attraction in our society today. Thus, installing a negative and a positive influence on the society. Possibly, the dancehall music is said to be known as the main pull factor for many tourists in Jamaica. My dear, music industry in Jamaica is known to be the main pull factor for many tourists in Jamaica. If we do regulate the music industry in Jamaica, we are bringing more tourists who are adding on the revenue in the government of Jamaica. Dear friends, going back to the importance of the music industry in Jamaica as stated by the Jamaican Observer, that was 22nd July 2016, which says that while on the other side, dancehall music is seen as the main influence to youth, which has led to criminal activities in Jamaica. Let's take an example of our dear Only Vibes Cartel, who was sentenced for the purpose of murder. My friends, since the music industry in Jamaica is seen as the main cause of violence, because many people in Jamaica do take drugs. And if people who take drugs are not regulated, and yet they are the ones who attract tourists in Jamaica, then what are we on? Yet we need revenue. What are we on? Yet we need to bring up the morals in Jamaica with the youth. Dear comrades, we have to regulate the music industry in Jamaica in order to influence the youth who are copying most of the morals from the artists in Jamaica, and by so promoting morals, we, the International Organization for Standardization, have come up with a rule that all artists found in the UN hygienic condition will not be allowed to perform on stage. In this, we are protecting the lives of the musicians who are attracting tourists in Jamaica. We are protecting the lives of musicians who are increasing on the revenue in Jamaica. We are protecting the lives of the musicians who are promoting morals. And if we don't regulate them, then our Jamaica will be nowhere. With that, I rest my case.
The House resolved. Before you is Naiba Derek from Boston High School, Para. As the House believes that the music industry should be regulated. Can music be regulated? Then when it is regulated, what will happen? The entire house enjoys music. Isn't so? Then how comes if it is regulated? Well, shall we survive? Shall we survive without music? Then the affirmative speaker said that regulating music brings in foreign income. Really? Can regulating the music bring in foreign income? Take for example in Jamaica, if you want to regulate music, people will just disagree because they see you're just trying to make them waste their talents. And they say that reducing drugs in Jamaica, they want to reduce music simply to reduce the drug consumption in Jamaica. But take for example in Uganda, in Nigeria, the music is regulated, but anti-drugs being used, the entire house knows that drugs are still being used, though the music is what? Is regulated.
POI?
Rejected. Negative side, I will start by listing out my views. First of all, neglection of talents, imbalance of sectors, income devaluation, and wastage of government funds.
POI?
POI rejected. Sufficient to say, negation of talents. The regulation of music is killing people's talents. Take for instance, Adam Mossoff, Christian Osega, they are great writers of music. And on 18th March 2016, they came up to reject the neglection of the regulation of music. And they were heard, so music wasn't regulated. Wastage of government funds, sufficient wastage of government funds. This regulation of music wastes government funds. For example, these organizations which are claiming to regulate music.
POI?
POI.
Which type of music do you want?
Yeah, type you want. Very many types. There is reggae, there is gospel music, there is what? A lot. Dancehall, what? I hope. Then wastage of government funds. There are organizations that are trying to waste government funds. Take for example the JACAP, the Jamaican Association of Composers. Copyright is trying to regulate music, but it has totally failed. And remember, those people are being given money to regulate funds. Where is this funds going to? Just wasting it. At least they would have used it to promote these people. There is the UN Copyright Convention, the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization. And take for example in our country, Uganda, the Local Government Act of 1997 was also trying to regulate music, but really is music being regulated? And yet, I remain Derek Naeva at Boston High School. Thank you.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.